welcome to Virtual Tarot.
I'm Ava.
And I am Trudy, and it is the eve before 2015.
Yes, and we've moved to another room.
And we're having a girl party!
Hi, Gemini! Happy New Year, Gemini.
All right, so I'm wearing my shower cap.
Yes.
And
I have my celebratory hat on.
Okay, so it's time. Off camera. All right, you ready?
All right.
Here we go. This is the New Year reading. So, we're in Cassadaga.
Yeah, in another room.
And it is a beautiful, beautiful little spiritualist community here.
A very beautiful community of people who are devoted to ghosts, telling of the future, and telepathy. And it was founded by Susan B. Anthony and a number of her friends back in the turn of the century. Not this last one, but the one before. And I'm really impressed by how beautiful and aesthetically pleasing this little town is. All the Victorian homes, all the little signs, medium.
It's like so 80s here, but not 1980s, 1880s.
1880s, yes.
It's very 80s. Which is a cool thing.
Yeah.
The 1880s were really interesting.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. There
was bohemian sort of time of exploration.
Yeah.
And sort of a hippie culture almost.
Exactly. So
yeah.
People were very interested in spiritual phenomenon, but seances were the rage.
Right, right.
And people wanted to speak to the dead. And I think that this gave them the verification that in fact spirit exists. And it was at the heart of the materialistic, philosophical, scientific revolution. Mm-hmm. And so it was like a rebellion against that was taking place. And so this community is really a throwback to that.
And we saw a ghost.
We did.
Yesterday.
We saw a ghost. Go to Scorpio.
Yes, check out Scorpio.
Check out Scorpio, because that's when we saw the ghost.
Little ghostly camera man or woman. So, and also we'll be putting together some little documentaries that you can follow during the month. Sort of, follow us along on our Cassadaga tour. So, let's get going, because this is the last reading of the year, actually.
This is the very last reading of the year.
Well, it's actually for January, but we're reading the eve.
Yes, the very last day of December.
That's right, for
2014.
January. Yes.
And so let's, what do we do here?
Well, what do we do at Virtual Tarot? We do a 4-card spread every month for every single sign. And as you well know, if you've watched before, the first card represents the overall environment of the month.
The second card is your challenge.
Third card,
the unexpected.
Fourth card,
the outcome.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
She knows.
I know this stuff.
Like the back of her hand.
That's right. So we do spontaneous readings in the moment, the power being in the moment and nowhere else. So
yes, and we also have stuffed,
I have a pig.
I have a monkey. They're stuffed animals. They're our friends.
They're our friends.
And our witnesses.
Yes.
This month to your reading.
This one reminds me of someone.
Your cat.
My cat.
Her cat.
What an insult.
Her cat's very
How dare you?
fat. It's her cat, not my cat. Okay.
Beautifully plump.
Yeah, she's large. Let's just put it that way. Large and in charge. Here she comes.
Here she comes.
Okay.
All right.
So let's do last month's recap.
Let's do that.
Okay. So last month, Gemini, we had in the first position, and I am a Gemini, so let me tell you, this is not a stretch, right?
No.
The 8 of Pentacles in the position of environment. Working away, but you're learning.
Hammering those nails in deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you're learning.
You're learning.
Even though you're working.
Right. You're doing something you like to do. Mm-hmm. And you're completely engrossed in it.
That's right.
focused, meditatively, in fact.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's true, right? That's what I've been doing, and I will continue to do.
For the rest of her life.
And well, not okay. The monkey didn't hear that.
I didn't like the piggy remark. So.
Okay. And then in the next position we had the Page of Cups in the position of challenge.
Yes. So what did we say was their challenge?
Well, the challenge was to not pay attention to all of the little love texts.
That could be.
That was one. And that was like 2 months in a row we kind of had that pop up.
Yes.
Maybe you're distracted a little bit.
Texting while you're driving.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But you have a death wish anyway. You know they say Gemini has a death wish.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. A little bit.
We're just teasing. No.
Well, I do. Okay.
All right.
And then in the next position, let's move on.
All right. And the next position was in the unexpected, a tremendous card,
yes.
which is the Ace of Pentacles. Money coming from heaven, showering down like rain out of nowhere. So that or an opportunity or a fresh idea as to how to make money. So all that.
And we had said perhaps it's a Christmas bonus because
yes.
up came at the very end the King of Wands, who is the businessman, the entrepreneur, the guy who starts things in his garage. And maybe if you're working for somebody who started out of the garage, you should ask for a Christmas bonus.
Yes. Or if it's just about the energy of the card, it's that entrepreneurially you might be inspired, as your challenge is the Page of Cups, which is inspiration, fresh inspiration. So you might be inspired to do some sort of entrepreneurial venture at the end of the month.
Very nice.
All right.
Really good reading. All right.
So we are ready for January 2015. How quickly we're aging.
Yes. The fireworks are about to start.
Yes. You cannot hold back old Father Time.
That's right. Well, you can.
You can?
In some ways.
I don't approve of them.
The miracle of modern medicine.
I don't approve. Anyway, Trudy.
Oh, yes.
Would you be kind enough to cut the cards? Since you're the Gemini,
I shall.
Have the honor.
Okay. Let's do. Let's see if anything pops out. All right. Yes, we are reading on our bed.
We are.
So much easier because you have all this space to sort of.
I know, we could just
fan them out.
Yes.
Oh, it's really fun.
Oh no.
Yes.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Okay. Does this feel right?
No. Let me help you.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. All right. Oh, good Lord.
I think it's going to be fine.
All right. All right. We have the angels are descending. I can see them. They're surrounding the bed right now, giving us all their.
Here, I'll touch it with a little magic wand.
All right.
That'll make it out. Oh, just
okay. Touch it.
Okay.
And hope for the best.
It's a slumber party.
In your first position, we have another page. Interesting. Page of Swords.
Page of Swords. Page of Swords.
Page of Swords colors the entire month of January for you. So this, there's a lot of talk, communication, communicating new ideas, and being inspired by writing. Writing or putting down your thoughts somehow into a means by which to communicate with your immediate environment. So that is a wonderful card. It's a lot of texting, maybe, let's just say, but lots of different means by which to broadcast your ideas, fresh new ideas.
I like the idea of the scribe.
The scribe, yeah.
That's a lesser known meaning of this card.
That's right.
It's a lesser known.
It is, but it is a meaning in there. Is that writing?
Right.
And
yep, correct. I mean, not right. You're right. It's about writing. It's also, though, can be, you know, a little bit about Gemini controlling their tongue, not just letting any old thing roll off your tongue.
That's true.
Because this is the Page of Swords, and Gemini is a sword, and the truth can cut both ways.
Yes.
Sometimes if you're not careful and you don't think through before you speak, you don't think through
you might
the
be
effect.
Insulting your boss.
Very much
unwittingly.
so. It is a card of the insultant.
The insultant.
Yes.
Not the consultant, but the insultant.
The insultant. But do you know the insultant is actually very important in every company? Because they actually write about the insultant.
Is there a position for the insultant?
Yes, in corporate manuals they say.
Associate insultant?
Yes, because you need in every meeting an insultant. Because what they do is they uncover that which could go wrong.
Ah.
So it's a valuable position, however, not a very politically, like, you know, at work.
Welcome.
Welcome, let's just say, because people aren't going to love you if you're the insultant.
No.
But it is also another possible meaning.
So obviously, Gemini, you're the insultant.
Or you're the scribe.
Or you're the scribe.
Or you're the scribe, but we'll figure out which
Remember,
as we turn the next card. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
A little extra magic.
Ah.
Ding.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Your challenge. Oh dear. Poor Gemini. You can never do this. It's the Four of Pentacles.
But last month was a super good month.
So you're
in terms of money.
You're in the money.
Yes, but your challenge is hanging on to it.
Your challenge is to manage it.
Because we have the Four.
To scrutinize it.
We have the Four of Pentacles. Yes.
But on a less materialistic level, it's about not being so possessive, say in your relationship, not being so jealous, not giving freedom to others around you, so not holding on too tightly. This is also the card of the miser. So as a challenge, generosity is your challenge then.
Well,
to be generous.
It could be, yeah. So basically, it could mean either you're too generous, overly generous.
Yes, and you've let all the money go.
You're opening the coffers.
Right.
Little by little. Little by little. Because this is a 4. So it's your financial foundation.
Right.
So, like, how do you protect that foundation?
Right.
How do you protect that financial stability? Well, you overcompensate. One way or the other, right? One way or the other,
right.
You overcompensate.
Yeah, you're either terribly ungenerous or too generous.
I vote for terribly ungenerous.
Really?
Let's do that this
right.
month. I don't know, I'm just saying for myself. I can definitely see myself being too generous.
But it is also, remember that we have to kind of broaden it out a little bit.
Right.
That it has sometimes to do with jealousy over possessiveness of something.
It is possessiveness.
It's sort of like, this is mine. You can't have it.
Well, it can also mean time too, not sharing your time.
Yes.
Because to me, Pentacles are very much about time. How, you know, because time is money, right? So
that's the expression.
Yes. So if time is money, you're not really that willing to share your time, which kind of makes sense because last month, you know, we had that 8.
Oh, yeah.
In the position of an environment, so it's kind of hard to, you know, give of your time when you don't have any.
Yeah.
Or so you're maybe burnt out.
You're just perceived as being, there's a word that came to mind, but I'm not going to use it.
Well, it's interesting because first we have you're the insultant.
Oh, yes.
And then you're not generous.
Oh, God.
With your time.
Oh, God.
Or your money. Well, hopefully we do something nice here soon.
Or you're an overly generous scribe.
Oh, that could be too.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you're either one or the other, Gemini.
That's right.
All right, let's go.
Are you ready? I am going to go ahead.
No, you have to. Your magic is good.
Not so far.
It is. Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, the gauntlet is coming down.
Well, there's the Emperor.
The Emperor upright.
Upright, we have the Emperor.
Unexpectedly.
Eek.
You're the rule giver, or you have to adhere to rules and regulations.
Right.
You're in a system of some sort that is a bit asks you to conform. There's almost sort of like a sort of pedestrianness about it, dowdiness about it.
Think of
What?
tax season.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, you have to do your taxes.
There's nothing worse than tax season.
Yes,
You want to
because-
talk about being a scribe and trying to hold on to your money.
Uh-oh. Yes. So you're seated in a cold stone chair,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to get a handle on your empire
Mm-hmm.
and making rational decisions, cold, calculated decisions without any heart, just being as pragmatic as possible. But unexpectedly, for Gemini, you handle it.
Mm-hmm. It is in the upright.
It's in the upright.
This card may as well have Uncle Sam's face
Oh, it might as well.
right on it.
Yes. Yes.
I want
and
you
his hand out
to
like
give
this.
me give me my portion.
Yes.
But it can also mean just trying to create some sort of system, you know, because it also speaks to, hey, you're trying to hang on to your money, you might be overcompensating, or, you know, undercompensating. So either way, there needs to be some sort of system set up here.
Right. Some
so
sort
that
of rules and regulations,
Yes.
laws.
even a
set.
budget, even.
A budget, yeah. To
Yeah.
manage things.
Mm-hmm.
But what it says is that unexpectedly you accomplish that.
Yeah, it's sort of the beginning of the year, so it's a good time to set system in place.
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
We have the fourth and final card
All right.
coming at you.
Oh,
4. I'm gonna bless you. Bless you.
I'm blessed.
Okay. Do I turn it or do you turn
You
it?
turn it.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands.
All right.
That means
Wow.
Ava and I
I can see this.
are gonna pick on each other.
No, I can see this. Well, you know, they don't necessarily have to do it.
It can just mean teasing even.
Well, what it seems to me is that there's some sort of team effort that you're involved in.
It's the 5 of Wands.
And everyone's energy is a little disparate. And you're trying to bring together this cohesive team effort towards accomplishing a goal.
And it's all minor except for this Emperor.
All for the Emperor. But the Emperor, that's great.
That's a good position to have the Emperor in.
Excellent.
Because
Excellent.
you just pull out your inner Emperor.
And maybe
out of your back pocket.
That's very interesting because so the Emperor is what would be needed
Mm-hmm.
to control the 5 of Wands. He needs to set those rules and regulations down for a team effort of some sort.
Mhm.
So in other words, the supreme manager, the dictator, the Mao of
the Mao.
the Mao.
But, you know, it's also 2 kids fighting in the back seat of a car.
Yes.
So if you have, like, in your midst, team members who are just like, she touched me, you know, he, you know, pulled my hair. It's kind of like that. It's benign stuff. It's nothing that is, like, worth really getting worked up about. What will, you know, sort of put that to, you know, at rest, sort of just structure.
It's structure.
Just putting some sort of structure in place.
Which is really what this is about too.
Well, it is. Actually, in the challenge position, it can be just...
Yeah, 4 is structure.
Do not overcompensate. Do not undercompensate. Just create a structure that works.
Right.
And that keeps you, know, sort of grounded and balanced and solid.
And then keeps your foundation sturdy underneath you.
Right. And the funny thing about this card for Gemini, the Emperor, boy, this is not the sign that likes rules and regulations.
No, generally not.
But Gemini works well within rules and regulations. They're not great at sort of creating them, because as soon as you create them, you may decide to uncreate them and create new ones.
Yes, yeah.
So, you know, the idea is to go ahead and, you know, just sort of stick with a set of rules and regulations, even though they perhaps aren't perfect and maybe they're not. You know, even if you reevaluate them, just leave them in place for this month.
Right, they're necessary this month for you.
Yeah, just you know, choices.
But what's good is that there's a lot of fresh ideas amidst all this, and fresh communication, lots of almost inspired thinking going on. Really inspired thinking going on.
Or you could be insulting people with your new rules and regulations.
You could do that too.
I mean, you know, it could. Well, people can find it insulting when you tell them what to do.
Well, they do, don't they?
Yes, they feel insulted.
Even if you're being paid to tell them what to do.
Right.
They don't really appreciate that.
But I even think that, you know, this Page of Swords, which it is inspired thinking, but it is a bit of a warning to Gemini to, like, just sort of temper it and maybe try to come at it from a very mature, like, upright, you know, Queen of Swords position. And if you haven't taken the Queen quiz, go to our site, because we have a Queen quiz and you can find out which Queen you are.
Oh, that will be something you can't live without.
Yes, and you'll understand your personality and as a Gemini.
And by the way, yes, the Gemini personalities are very interesting, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, very much so. So as you saw at the beginning, there's a little bit about the Gemini personality, but you can take your quiz. You may actually show up as another queen.
Right.
Sometimes, like, you present as, we move through all the queens.
Right, right. Very much like having a rising sign, where you are perceived as your rising sign as opposed to your sun sign. So it's much the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a really nice reading.
Yes.
Forewarned is
forearmed.
We hate to blow our own horns, but Virtual Tarot is the best channel on YouTube. Okay, go ahead.
She's right. So let's do a little recap of this. All right, so we have the Page of Swords, the would-be scribe, or
the insultant.
The insultant, or it just is a lot of fresh ideas. It could be. And your challenge is to manage your own money, or perhaps to manage other people's money, to become the manager of, like the financial manager.
Correct.
Of perhaps your own domain or someone else's in a career sense. And the Emperor is you become the little Mao of your home.
Or the business.
Or the business. And you put down those rules and regulations, and what do you have at the end? You have rebellion.
50 kids fighting in the back seat of the car.
Yes.
The entire organization is at odds.
It is at odds.
But it only lasts for like a day.
Watch your tongue.
Yes.
No matter how much you want to tell them what to do, find a diplomatic way of doing that.
Yes, because you can become very bossy once empowered.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is how it should be done. That's exactly what the Gemini likes to do.
Says me. And then tomorrow I'll tell you that you should do it the other way.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that is the last reading of the year for you, Gemini. And please, if you haven't done it before, check out our personal, private, wonderful readings.
Yes. Come to virtualtarot.wordpress.com and go to the personal readings page. Peruse our readings.
Yes.
Pick one, and I will immediately respond to you, and so will Trudy. And we will give you a private reading, a very, very private reading, and we will help you to connect to your guardian angel, spirit guide, that angelic being that will help you understand your circumstances, your dilemma, your problems in ways that is pure magic.
That's right. We also offer a 5th council card, Major Arcana only. It's by subscription. Click the link below if you'd like to subscribe to that. You get all 12 council cards, every sign for, you'll get every sign for the past, this month, and the past 2 months actually. So they're archived as well. And, oh boy, it's almost midnight.
It is.
Is there any other announcement?
I don't think so.
That we need to make? Well, you won't want to miss the documentary, the Cassadaga documentary.
Yeah. It is fascinating. And please, again, go to Scorpio where we saw our ghost.
So that's it.
That's it.
You ready to blow your horn?
All right. Bye.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, that does freak her out.
She'll be trying to play with it in a minute.